So I have a question.
The grass kind of takes the cake. So
Yeah.
after the grass, I mean, everything is like nothing. You know, for 30 years, you thought you had my grass. So
Yes, I did.
After that, like everything is, gravy. Yeah. No big deal. No big deal.
Right. Yeah. Oh my word. So when people did come to your house, I have this question. Were there times that you were like to your dad's house? Were there actually times where you were home? Because we've never once
It was
gotten
one time,
one.
I actually, when I did, I mean, I've done, a lot of shows and different cabarets, and sometimes it's with the band or rock or whatever. It's like I rock out, or sometimes, but I did do kind of an official one-man show and ended up doing it in Denver for a few weeks, bunch of years ago now, and time flies, but I think it was 2013. And I got very specific, I think, in one of the times where, I was 16. I was just able to rent a car somehow, like, because I shouldn't have been able to rent a car, but someone rented it for me and I drove it around. And I just wanted to go to my house, you know what I mean? And I don't even know if I lived there at the time, because my parents were separated by then. And I think we had moved out. Because when my parents separated, we moved out, but then we moved back in, and then we moved out. But I just wanted to go by. And I was driving down because you just wanted to do, like, haven't been home for a year, and I just wanted to check in and just, And, it's funny. You'd think, oh, I'm just driving by. I'm not going in. You know what I mean? Because there were probably 50 people out there or something like that. And they're just, camping out. And, they hit the fucking jackpot. Here comes Joey McIntyre down the street. We fucking did it. You picked the right day. It's fucking nuts. And so fucking shit's fucking flying. It's 4th of July. There's fucking confetti, streamers. It's nuts. And I decide, we never pull up. My dad never used a driveway, you know what I mean? But we pulled up and it's tiny, and I got this car and I'm like, oh shit. And I'm like, I pull up and run in. And at first they don't even know, right? They're like, what? You know what I mean? And they're like trying to figure it out. So I think I like kind of get in there. This is a small neighborhood. The house is, your average, middle-class neighborhood at the time. And so it's, so I sneak in there and I get out and I go in the back door, and my sister's like, what the hell are you doing? She's like, what are you doing? And I think I just wanted to get something or whatever, but I was just like, oh shit. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh God. And now they know I'm there. You know what I mean? This is like, it's tiny. I mean, this is a small, there's nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. And and it's 1989. So it's not like, it's just, it's nuts.
Mm-hmm.
There's no real selfie situation. There's no real conversation. It's just, it's all or nothing at all. You know what I mean? So I wasn't going to stop, and I get back. Plus we probably had one day off, and I just wanted to get out of there and see my friends and drive around in my car. And I rented, I think it was a yellow Mustang or something like that. What most kids would want to drive.
Right.
So I did this crazy, I'm backing out, some other car finds out, and I'm backing out of my driveway, and I think like another car comes like in and sort of boxes me out. So like I like literally like there's not, the fact that like I didn't crash the car is like crazy, because I backed out and had to go over the sidewalk and then like take off. And some girl is, in my one-man show, I said, and it was sort of a callback, as we say, you know what I mean? Like you make a joke early on in a show, and then, later on in the show, you make a callback about it. And so I guess what I said was, when I was driving down the street, some girl was trying to hang on to the car and gets away. And like, I look back in my rearview mirror and she's on her knees and she's screaming and crying and saying, I made you a quilt.
Oh no.
Because early on in the show, I talk about all the stuff you guys made and the posters and the hats and vests. Everybody had vests on,
Vests.
And quilts. People were making quilts, So, some girl had a quilt for me, crying that she didn't get to give me the quilt, And as we know, it's funny because it's true, right? I mean, it's not, I'm not exaggerating.
No.
There was some crazy shit. And then so you have all that fun, that huge spectrum of fandom, of just, oh, just here for fun, here because I'm crazy about him, here because I want to kiss him, here because I'm crazy, here because I'm sad and I want to be happy, here because I'd be anywhere. It like has nothing to do with us, It's like the other thing when someone's psycho, people go, wow, they're crazy about it. No, if it wasn't me, it'd be somebody else. It just happens to be, And then you have people that really need help, and it's not funny at all.
Yeah,
right. There's a whole spectrum of that somewhere there. But yeah.